everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of your Manchester with me, Miss Belinda Scandal. My, oh my, what a show we've got for you today. We've been over at the Lowry talking to John Partridge and Hayley Tamerden. Everybody's talking about Jamie. Indeed they are. As if that's not enough for you, we're also talking to Anna, all the way from Beeswing. So we've got so much going on for you. This is how your show's looking. Well, I did have the privilege of seeing a fantastic one-person show over at home yesterday. Now, it's fantastic. It's called Cruise. And at first, you may think 1 hour and 40 minutes sitting in a theatre might feel a bit uncomfortable. That's 1 hour and 40 minutes without an interval. However, it was clear right from the very outset that this was going to be something quite sensational. Never been to their theatre before, and it was fantastic. Check it out. I gave it 5 stars, and I said it was a gallery of words painted with exhilarating pictures, and indeed it is. But judge it for yourself. And joining us now is Hayley Tamerden and, of course, the one and only John Partridge. Welcome, how are you both?
Very well, thank you.
This is fair to middling. Everybody's talking about Jamie.
Everybody is. And why wouldn't they?
Well, why is everybody talking about Jamie?
Because it's the best show ever.
Tell us more about it then. What's the premise? What's the story?
So, everybody's talking about Jamie is about a young schoolboy who wants to be a drag queen. And he is bullied and people pick on him, but he's got a dream and he's got a vision and he's going to do anything he can to make that happen. And he has one beautiful best friend, and she helps him. And the story is essentially, it's a very important story, but it is more a story about love, and it's beautiful.
Well, it feels very much like a documentary to me, the life that I've led. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I happened to bump across a drag queen in a shop one day. And this is what happened.
Is that right?
And
this is what you came up with?
This is what it was. Now, last time I saw you, you were already doing drag because you were in La Cage.
I was.
Yes.
And now I'm back for more.
Yes. Now, I remember last time you saying that you took an awful long time getting yourself into drag. In the show, you don't really have that luxury, do you?
I've got about 20 minutes.
Is that long enough?
I think so.
Yeah, and that's where we'll cut to the bit where you say, I need hours. How long does it take you to get ready?
All in all, about 2 hours.
Yeah. And you do your own makeup, do you?
I do my own makeup, yeah, because I'm really fussy.
Because I'm so fussy, I think was the words that you said.
No, well, I think that character, yes, because it was all about the facade of drag. I think with Loco, it's a different character. It has a different meaning. So I think if it's a bit busted, it's actually okay. And that's how I'm intending to be, a little busted.
Well, fair enough. Whatever. And what accent are you going with for this then?
I'll go with my normal accent.
Yes.
Yeah, my northern accent, because I'm actually from
That's
here.
what I was waiting for. Yeah, there you go.
I'm a homegrown boy.
It's
We're
like
both homegrown.
No.
Well, you are, aren't you, man?
I am.
Love? I mean,
From Blackpool.
crikey. Blackpool.
How more northern do you want?
You've got a tower running. No, let's not do that. So, what character are you playing in this then?
So I play Miss Hedge,
Yes.
who is the school teacher. She's over it, completely over it.
Yeah.
And Jamie winds her up a little bit.
Yes.
But she's a great character to play, and she's not really warm, and I am quite a warm person, so for me it's like I have to hold that in a little bit, but she has a great number in the show.
She does, doesn't she?
A great song to sing.
But what do you think the reason is why she's not so warm to the idea of Jamie doing this drag?
I think it's just another dream. She's fed up with everybody talking about, X Factor and reality shows, and that's the only way you can make yourself be known in this world, and him saying, I want to be a performer, she's like, oh, here's another one who's got a dream that'll never come true, And then when he actually does it, well, I won't give you too much away, but the end of the story has a lovely little twist.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does. And especially for your character, because your character's, he's reminiscing about his past, he's looking forward to the future, and he sees, I think, in Jamie some sort of new future for him, doesn't he?
I think, with Hugo, there's a lot of loss. And I think, as we age, as we become older gay people, we start to wonder where we fit in. Where is our place?
Yeah.
For me, as a 52-year-old, just yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Nana, happy birthday!
I think that is something that we kind of struggle with, especially in sort of gay culture. If you look at, where do you go?
Yeah.
Where do you go as a 52-year-old gay man? And I think part of Hugo, although he has a shop where he is there to cater gay couture, it's also his way of sort of closing himself in. And I think as older gay people, we sometimes tend to do that. We sometimes tend to think, you know, what's left for me? Where do I go? And I think there is a lot of that in Hugo. And Jamie reignites that old spark inside of him. He reminds him of who he was. And for me, on a personal level, I feel a lot of connection with that, in that character.
She gone. Right. Well, the old woman's gone out of the bar. I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you about Backyard Cinema Miami Beach, as I went very recently, and I'm going to review it for you right now. Backyard Cinema Miami Beach, Manchester is now running an extended showing until August the 20th. Starting off with the experience, there are live actors which are there to make you feel as if you're about to check into the Miami Beach Hotel. The DJ and the manager interact with you throughout your stay before you head into the cinema itself. And even when you sit inside the cinema, the actors will head on inside, dance about, get grooving while all of the lights are shining and disco party vibes are heavy. There are certain films being The Greatest Showman, Mamma Mia, Dirty Dancing and Grease, which have interactive light shows. So as you're hearing the music, Grease lightning, you're driving up the quarter mile, the lights will interact. So there's a disco ball that'll turn on, you've got smoke machines, you've got fizzlers. They'll all interact with the music and the songs that you're hearing to put you right in there. I'd recommend that if you go in, make sure that you are singing along with them. Don't just sit there and be boring. Get on the cocktails and get singing. Not all of the songs were tied up with the light show. We went to watch Mamma Mia. SOS didn't have a light show tied to it. However, Dancing Queen and some of the other songs did, so what made them choose which songs were a part of this interactive experience, I don't know, but it did pull me out in certain parts. Specialised, unique cocktails available, and you'll get a beach palm tree bottle to get home and take with you. Food offerings as well, however, these were a little bit more overpriced for me, but I mean, if you're paying for the experience, you know, you want to get involved, you want to be there, you want to be on the beach and you want to be immersed, so realistically you are going to go with the food offerings there. Quality of the food was really nice, giving me some different food combinations that I wouldn't have even thought to try, with some fancy cheese and other kind of things on there. The screen was decently sized, you know, it's a big cinema which is set on a beach. It's decently sized, so if you're at the front, if you're at the back, you'll still be able to see it, however it's not as big as what you're going to get in Odeon or View. Overall, I'd say that Backyard Cinema Manchester Miami Beach is about 75% there. You've got the experience, you've got the interactivity, you've got the actors, you've got the buildings, but then when I compare what they're offering here to what they offered in London, in which you go inside the hotel, it's not fully there. We're on the way, but we're not quite there yet. Even then, if you are going to watch one of their interactive showings, for example Mamma Mia, I would fully recommend it. It's a great night out with the family. Get on the cocktails, get on the beverages, and get dancing.
So Jamie's character, I mean, it's a beautiful story, isn't it? I mean, a few years ago it was more of a prevalent story. These days, though, it's just as like obvious a story as to what, you know, he's going through and what he's feeling, isn't it?
It is, but you know, the beauty of this story is that it is based on somebody. Somebody, a young boy that went through this. I have numerous times.
What a legend.
Absolute legend, and always looks amazing.
Have you met him?
Yeah. It's far too glamorous to be on my side of the path, I tell you. Yes.
So I think that's the beauty of this, you know. So we're not just making this up. We are following somebody's actual story that they've gone through.
Yeah.
You know, so that when you watch the show as a viewer, you can't help but cheer for this person and cry for this person. It's beautiful. The story from start to finish is going to blow people away, I think.
Well, it's clever because it starts off and this character, Jamie, comes on and straight away you're feeling for him.
Yeah.
You're rooting for him. I mean, I've seen lots of musicals, but I haven't rooted for a character within the first couple of minutes.
Yeah, and you see everything. You see the bullying side in this musical. We don't hold back on showing you exactly what people go through in life.
Yeah.
You know, and if this boy's going through it, how many are going through it that we don't hear about, we don't talk about? You know, so it's an important
It's a journey
story.
of self-discovery, isn't it? And regardless of sexuality or gender, we all want to be the person that we feel we are meant to be. And that's what this story is. At its heart, it's a story about inclusion, it's a story about diversity, it's a story about love, and it's a story about everyday people. Jamie is an everyday person. you know.
Yeah.
And I think that is really important, especially now, to take a story like this around the UK, you know, when we do see, you know, as queer people, hard-won freedoms being slightly pushed down. It is just brilliant that we get to take this absolutely award-winning smash hit show that you got to fight to get a ticket for around the country, you know, because it keeps that conversation open. It tells people, you know, that as queer people, we are just like you. You know, we are no different. You know, our story is no different to yours. We just want to be the person that we want to be. I think today, the biggest political statement you can make is just being your true, authentic self, and that's what this story is about.
And do you think this musical has helped a lot of people?
I think this musical has helped thousands of people, not just young queer people, but their mums, dads, sisters, friends, an older generation. I think anybody can come and see this show and see what it feels like. You know, there is education in the beauty of this show. And all of that seriousness aside, great songs, great costumes, great choreography, and really cute drag queens.
Well, make sure you check it out, everybody. I mean, you can't sell it better than that, can you? Well done to the pair of you. Everybody's talking about Jamie. Make sure you come and see it right now. No. Book it. No. Well, joining us now is Anna, all the way from Beeswing. I've been calling it different things all day, but whatever it is fantastic. And Anna, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Tell us about this beautiful venue.
Well, it's mine. I sell wine, beer, cocktails, small plates. We have an amazing terrace overlooking Campus Gardens, just on the other side of Canal Street.
So this is a new place then. I mean,
It's
Campus
new.
has been going from strength to strength over the last few months and indeed the last few years. You're new to the place there. What is it that makes you so passionate about being at Campus?
Well, I mean, look at it. The gardens are amazing. It's right next to Piccadilly, so dead easy for me to get to work now. And obviously next to the village, you're never short of fun.
Never short of fun. Now, your personal passion is, of course, for rosé wine.
I do like a
Why
Pinot.
rosé wine?
Well, why not?
Why not? Well, yes, exactly. Why not?
Well, I think it's underrated. That's why. Everybody just says, oh, glass of rosé, don't really care about it. So I have a wine festival coming up on Saturday.
Really?
And this is going to show 30 different types of rosé, sparkling ones, English ones from all over the world. So I'm going to really push it into the forefront.
So are you pushing the big brands or like more independent brands?
No, all the little independent ones. They're the ones that work hard.
It's
Less
true.
chemicals, more effort.
So is there a local winery, for want of a better word?
Not yet. I'm planning on it,
Is
though.
that what you're working on? Because Beeswing, you've named your venue after... Tell us the story behind that.
Well, I have named it after a product that's sort of made... maybe incorrectly from wine, but when wine gets old or port, it gets a crust on top of it.
Yeah.
And they grow like little crystals and it starts to look like the wings of a bee.
So why should people go to your venue?
Well, I think first and foremost, I actually give us stuff. So quality.
Yeah.
Everything there is good. We don't even have a freezer, so all our food's fresh. Wine's obviously chosen by me, so they're going to be fabulous. Cocktails are made by Charlotte. She's amazing as well.
Right.
So lots of fun. If you like a particular thing, she'll make it for you as well. So I think it's because we care. That's why you should come.
Well, I like that. Now, just before we let you go, your festival is on when?
It's on Saturday, the 29th. Tickets are for sale for 2 more days. £30, 30 wines. We'll get a free cocktail thrown in and maybe a bit of crackers and water to keep you sober.
Sounds absolutely fantastic. Anna, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Absolutely amazing. Well, unfortunately, that's all we've got time for on this week's show, but make sure you join us next week for another fantastic episode of Your Manchester.